Hey guys, this is Brandon with Investment Joy, and do me a favor, make note of that building in the background because it's important to today's story. I continually have people asking me what the heck to do. As you guys know, if you turn on the news for any second, they've canceled the NBA, they've canceled everything. We don't have anything to do but sit at home and watch YouTube videos, and I'm worried that if I lick the pavement here at this nicer, newer subdivision of $350,000 houses, which we do have in Ohio, that I am going to get very, very sick. And anytime I get on Discord now, somebody asks me, Brandon, what should I do? What should I invest in? How can I make money off the potential recession? The Dow Jones is down an astronomical, and you're remembering that, right? The Dow Jones is down an astronomical amount, and I'm telling people the Warren Buffett quote, you sell when people are buying, and we've seen a lot of buying in the past 3 years, and you buy when people are selling. You keep buying. You buy when there's blood in the streets, even if the blood is your own. And the significance of that quote by Mr. Warren Buffett is the fact that you've got to look and analyze a trend and do something that the average doesn't do. It's why I like real estate investments so much, because if you go into an area and you buy a house and you do just 20% better, and the average return on an investment is 10%, like a 10% capitalization rate, the 10% rate of return, and you do 20% better, just 20% better than everybody else, it compounds due to leverage and debt, and it's totally freaking amazing. So we have conversations like that on Discord, and the link's below if you are interested in getting on Discord and talking about this kind of stuff. But we started to have a conversation about what should you do in the midst of a global pandemic, where people are freaking scared right now that the economy is going to collapse and the end of the world is coming. And I've already done a video and it got demonetized like I knew it would. Hopefully this one isn't super demonetized. But people are scared to death of what's going on in the world, and you have to develop a mindset. And that's why I would hope that you would like and subscribe to my channel, because I want you guys to talk about mindset. It wasn't that long ago that I was broke and I lost a lot of investment money when I was doing my SEO business and optimizing websites and selling ebooks online, and my business collapsed. And I ended up learning from 2009 onward, in the midst of the big financial crisis that was taking place while I was a real estate agent, that if you build up financial knowledge and you learn to work hard and you learn to market yourself, you will do very, very well, which is what you need to be doing. So we started having this conversation on Discord, and someone said, well, I've started a disinfecting houses business and disinfecting commercial locations business in the wake of this. You don't really need a permit, or any permits in the municipality are super cheap, and I've started making $5,000 per building I go through and disinfect. I thought, well, that's a good business idea. Of course, we've talked, I'm sure you guys know somebody that has started a business of selling toilet paper or Purell or hand sanitizer, or they've gone and they've started to buy or by other means masks. We did a story not too long ago about a guy who bought 1,000 masks off Alibaba, and they were all fake, and he lost a bunch of money. eBay and Amazon have banned the resale of masks by non-large producers. It's getting crazy out there, but you guys need to develop a mindset, remember, of that, because the world is going to change at least a little bit from this. I don't think, in my own personal opinion, the world's going to dramatically change, but it could change. The world didn't dramatically change after the great mortgage crisis. Things are going to change. I've read about the Italian statistics, and the mortality rate for this thing is terrible. The one I saw said 15.4% mortality rate. And the significance of that building behind me is the fact that that's an assisted living facility. If you guys notice, my output of videos has dropped in the past month or so, and it's because my grandma passed away there, February the 8th, 2020. And unfortunately, mortality is an issue with assisted living facilities. And over the course of time, they've had the ability to plan and say, we are going to lose X amount of residents a year. Now, in the wake of this global pandemic, that number is going to change significantly. And when you run, like, say, a medical REIT or a medical facility, those kinds of things are situations and issues that you have to plan for. And now there's a huge monkey wrench with a global pandemic into medical REITs, into medical facilities. Yes, there's a lot of people out there selling Purell and toilet paper. We've got a toilet paper plant in town too. So assisted living, toilet paper. And one's doing potentially terrible, the other one's doing super, super well. I talked to a person and said, can we go and hijack a semi-trailer full of toilet paper? We could make all the money in the world. Which I thought, well, that's not something I would suggest, but it is a thing. And it's one of those situations where with the internet, we have the ability to get access to almost all the information in the world. You can learn, but also things need to be prepared. With my grandma, thankfully, we had transfer on death deeds. She had a life estate and a property. She had proper beneficiaries named. Her assets aren't going to go through probate. There's all these legal things that have to be planned with estates and trusts. And in the wake of a global pandemic that increases global mortality, those are things that people need to be aware of. And in my opinion, the average person just doesn't know enough about asset planning and estate planning. You can know about it though. We live in a society where YouTube is just a click away, and you can watch some hillbilly laundromat owner talk to you about a medical situation and about a medical REIT and a assisted living facility, and you can click on a video like that, or you can watch another cat video. You could watch another Mr. Beast video, which I watched a video of his the other day. It was great, about the big circle. But you have to make a decision that's conscious whether you're going to consume financial content and learn about asset planning, which maybe you could help and make a little bit of money off other people. I've talked about end of life issues. Mr. Gary's a popular topic in my videos, where I took 24 rentals off of elderly gentlemen because his child was not capable of managing and maintaining them. He had a $1.2 million asset pool. With those rentals, I purchased 2/3 of the asset pool for about $350,000. And those kinds of opportunities out there, if this thing is as bad as people are saying it is, those opportunities are going to happen every day. But you're going to have to decide whether or not you're going to put down the phone, theoretically, on entertainment content and learn how to asset plan, deal with probate, negotiate, go out and talk to people. You might want to do it with some gloves, which I don't have gloves right now, but you might want to do it with a mask on or something. But there's going to be opportunities to like disinfect, to deal with disaster planning, because the economy is always changing. It hasn't really stopped. But it's something that you have to figure out and decide whether you're capable of doing. If you feel like it, sign up to Webull. You get 2 free stocks. You can get some free stocks in this down market. You can start throwing money into a Roth IRA. Join us on Discord. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. So, as a postscript to this video, which we actually shot a couple days before a quarantine was imposed in the state of Ohio, which I'm surprised we haven't had one like before, just because Ohio's Ohio, and some interesting things happen here. But anyway, just as a real quick postscript to this video, because the markets are going crazy and people are going crazy. We had fights in town over toilet paper and Purell and some really weird things of that nature. But I wanted to just, throw out a couple words of caution, because I have now posted several videos about all this stuff. And just kind of like a reminder that I am a firm believer that everything will be okay eventually. I don't know when that time is. I don't have unlimited foresight. I know that really surprises some people. Oh, we're coming to Mr. Hillbilly Laundromat owner, trailer park owner, laundromat rental guy on YouTube for life advice, which I appreciate that a lot of you do come to me for life advice. But eventually there's going to be a day that all this stuff will be behind us. A bunch of terrible things are going to happen. People are going to lose their jobs. New jobs are going to be created. And one of the biggest takeaways, I hope from this video and all the videos are that It's going to take some hustle and some effort on your part to be successful. That's why I always am encouraging you to go into the link description and sign up to Webull, even though it doesn't really have to be them. It just has to be somebody, because I would like people to commit to investing a little bit of money on a regular basis. Or if you feel like you have no extra money to spend, to take some financial literacy courses of some sort so that you can gain insight into your own financial well-being, ways to minimize your household expenses, maybe find some side hustles that you can make money off of. It's really my personal opinion that there shouldn't be anybody working for less than about 15 to 18 an hour. And I'm not saying that employers should provide that, but I am saying that with some effort on your part, researching and learning, it's easy to get a job, in my opinion, for 15 bucks an hour, whether that's cleaning up other people's trash or gutters or doing tech support for people via phone. I think those kinds of employment opportunities or side hustles are very easy to get. I did want to also give a shout out to the fact that I do have a mentorship program available at teachable.com. It's $49 a month. Some of you guys need some have asked me for some really in-depth information on real estate investing, like seller financing and how to negotiate contracts and stuff like that. So that is an option. Don't feel pressured to do it. We're limiting it to 100 people though, because I don't want to have this thing that blows up and everybody. And I want to be able to dedicate time to every single person who subscribes. And then once again, if you have just general advice, nothing really specific, I do answer a lot of questions on Discord. So thank you guys for watching, and I really appreciate every single one of you, especially those of you that subscribe and like my videos. And I guess I like the people that watch my videos and don't do those things either, but I really like the people that do. So thanks for watching, guys.